Hello, this is Hiroshi Hayashi, Hamama City, Japan, March the 8th, 2013. Today's story is about Indas Valley, Harrapa, Indas Valley. Now you see where Harrapa is. This is ancient Harrapa, not Harrapa of today. Ancient Harrapa, India. It is located in the valley of Indas, but nobody knows where people came from and people had gone. This is a well and bathing platforms, remains of Harrapa's final phase of occupation. Dunfan and Mohenjo-daro. Harrapa is on the line between Dunfan, Mago Cave, and Mohenjo-daro. Gandhara is here and Mohenjo-daro here, and just on the straight line on the line between Gandhara and Mohenjo-daro, ancient Harrapa is located. This is very interesting. Now in Harrapa, they found such a sort of a, how can you say that, this sort of a, seals. And I examined a little bit about these seals, and I found some similar marks. These are very similar to each other. So most of them have got these seals as sort of letters. So I just imagined that these stand for sort of signs, a seal or something like that. People, sort of Oriental people use this sort of a sign like this, and at the end of the seals. Okay, have a look at this again. Right, this is I think this stands for the meaning of seal, and also you can see people like seal here, letter. It's got on a hat over the head. Also here. So I just guess this stands for king with crown. King with crown, because this is a seal made of gold. And this stands for, I just suppose, numbers, or the number of the cities or towns of the district they governed. Also, these stand for numbers or something like that, because similar ones were found in Easter Island nowadays. But this is not my idea. I just suppose these stand for numbers. Back again to Harrapa, because this is the latitude and longitude of Harrapa, and this is the antipode of Harrapa here. And latitude and longitudes are here. Latitude is here. And near the antipode of the Harrapa, there is an island named Easter Island. Area is 410 kilometers from the antipode to Easter Island. This is Easter Island. 410 kilometers, only one knot from the antipode of Harrapa. These letters are found in Easter Island. They say, not me, they say that these letters are very similar to those of Harrappa's. Some people say yes, and some people don't say yes. Anyway, these are letters found in Easter Island. Very interesting. And some are deciphered already. deciphered already. But I found a very similar letters too. Here and here. People or some, I don't know what are these, but just similar. I guess so. Some people say that both are similar, but I'm not surprised if someone says they use the same letters in ancient times. Now we use Hiroshi Hayashi theory about Nazca. Okay, have a look at this plane in Nazca. And can you see the light blue line? This line comes from Harrapa. Okay, have a look at this yellow line. This yellow line comes from Harrapa. And you can find the same line in Nazca, but looks very old. This line looks very old, but you can find the same line in Nazca. Have a look very carefully. This yellow line comes from Harrapa again, right? And you can find the same line in Nazca. That means Harrapa was governed or controlled by aliens, extraterrestrial beings. But this line looks very old, which indicate that Harrapa was or is very old ruins. This is Hiroshi Hayashi's Nazca Theory I found. Okay, Nazca Theory by Hiroshi Hayashi. So you can know whether it is very important place or not by drawing a line to Nazca. They came to Easter Island first. This is my assumption. But they settled in many places. One of them was Harrapa, because Harrapa was just antipode of East Island, but there occurred a war around Indas Valley. So then some of them refused to Cappadocia, I think. I don't know how to pronounce it in English properly. Anyway, this is Cappadocia. This is the end of the story, but following story is about Cappadocia and Indas Valley, especially Mohenjo-daro. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again on video 220. And this is a story about Mohenjo-daro and Cappadocia. It's a very sort of old video I made last September 2012. And I draw a line. This is a story, a little bit very complicated story about the lines, because I try to find out where the Cappadocia is. This is Mohenjo-daro, and this is Mohenjo-daro, right? And Mohenjo-daro is here. And just as I drew many lines, some lines, from a very important major data point, and I just try to find sort of a regulations between them. Mohenjo-daro is here, Cappadocia is here, and of course very far from Mohenjo-daro. And I measured angles very carefully now. (59), about 60 degrees. But not exactly the 60 degrees. They couldn't know the place, with this angle. So from Mohenjo-daro, I drew a line at the angle of sharp 60.00 degrees. This blue line goes here. Down part 300.00. This line comes from Mohenjo-daro at the angle of 60 from against North Pole. And I collected yes, look at this small hill here, you're right. This is very similar to that of in Mohenjo-daro. And also tunnels here. Tunnels. So just I guess some people refused from Mohenjo-daro or Indus Valley during or before or after the war. They settled land here, Cappadocia. But Cappadocia, located in a wider, broad area around here, so I just think people refuge from Mohenjo-daro to the west at the angle of 60.00 degrees against North Pole. This is easy to find Cappadocia for the people of Mohenjo-daro, Indas Valley. Have a look at this hill, right? It was very similar to that of Cappadocia. Some people say like this, but that's all true. And also Cappadocia is a sort of a nuclear shelter. I suppose so too. Yeah. But that strong connection should be there between Cappadocia and Mohenjo-daro or people in Indus Valley, because the angle is just 60.00 degrees. And Mohenjo-daro and Cappadocia, have a look at these two big photographs. They are very similar to each other, because both of them build up this monument for memories. It's very surprising, very surprising. Same monument in both point. One is in Cappadocia and another one is Mohenjo-daro. Very surprising. It is very surprising to know this. And this is also another story about Cappadocia, the way to Cappadocia. But this is a bit boring story, but I think it's a very important story for you to try to find the lines and what the line means. Please, this is very important. Please keep it in mind that nobody can use my ideas in any way without my name and permission, because these are found by me, Hiroshi Hayashi. I present you free, so please keep it in mind. Teotihuacan used to be the sort of a hub airport for the ancient pilot, and this is a line from the West Pole to Teotihuacan, West Pole, and sort of a datum point, major datum point for the ancient world for aliens. This is the equator, and 30 degrees, and 30 degrees. And 30 degrees line will take you to Stonehenge, but as a matter of fact, Ave Valley. And Giza, 60 degrees to Giza and Stonehenge. But as a matter of fact, Ave Valley is much better, just sharp. Stonehenge is just a sort of a landing spot for UFOs. Anyway, Stonehenge is here, and the line from Teotihuacan and Mohenjo-daro is here, right? Giza and Stonehenge is here, line from Cross Point via Stonehenge. These are sort of lines, major lines to sort of a datum line to know the places and ruins now. So the angle between them is 120 degrees is very important degree, but from Ave Valley, 120 sharp. And so I chose Ave Valley instead of Stonehenge now. Cappadocia is here, on the way from the cross point of North Europe to Giza. This is Cappadocia, but a little error is here, 12 kilometers. Error is 12 kilometers, but the area around here of Cappadocia is very widely spread. So it is not a matter of sort of importance. And you can come to Teotihuacan from Teotihuacan directly to Cappadocia. Mohenjo-daro is here, right? At the angle of 90 degrees, sharp degree from Mohenjo-daro against the line from West Pole to Teotihuacan. And 102 degrees here, right? So first I draw line from North Pole to the cross point. Yes. Usually, remember this, before I think Buddha was ancient times, a long time ago, they use a line from, they use air route from Teotihuacan directly, but around Shaka was born about 500, 1000 BC. They started using the route via the North Pole. So to older ruins, you can come to Teotihuacan from Teotihuacan directly, but to the newer ruins from North Pole, from the North Pole. This is what I have found. For example, I take an Bamiyan. So this is a Bamiyan, right? There is a very huge giant Buddha is here. This is a line from Teotihuacan to Mohenjo-daro, right? The angle is from there 120 degrees. So they are closely connected with very strange lines. This is what I found in September 2012, which means last year, a long time ago for me. But then they changed the course from the coast directly from Teotihuacan, but the course air route via the North Pole. For example, this is a Japan cross point. This is North Pole, and need to command the line from up here is from the Japan cross point, which means from the North Pole. But this line from Teotihuacan to Donghuan. Now, so I say this is to say that they use a new route from the North Pole to comparatively newly developed ruins, data points. But both of course, they use both sometimes. Another example is this. Just I'm explaining here in this video that first they started using the route from Nazca, then from the Teotihuacan directory, and third they started using the route or airways via the North Pole. This road, of course, take you to Mohenjo-daro directory. This front approach will take you to Mohenjo-daro. Front approach of the Teotihuacan will take you to Mohenjo-daro directory as the angle of 90, very sharply against West Pole. And Mohenjo-daro is here, and the angle between them is just 60 degrees, very interestingly, and 30 degrees to Cappadocia, sharp, 60.00 degrees from Teotihuacan. Did you know that? This is very interesting. But it says even that they use North Pole air route. This is Bamiyan. 90 kilometers for an error. So Bamiyan is on the line from the North Pole to Mohenjo-daro. Okay, that means Bamiyan is comparatively newer. Anyway, Cappadocia is here. Teotihuacan is here. Line from Cross Point to Stonehenge or Avery. Now, Mohenjo-daro, 120 degrees. And Cappadocia. Now it shows a very interesting photographs at the end of this story. This is Bamiyan. I found a very strange water dams here at Bamiyan. And this slope is very strange, looks very strange. You can see the same strange root slope in Mount Olympus in Greece, ancient in Greece. Have a look at this water dam. Very huge, looks small but huge dam. Big. Watch very carefully. At the foot of the dam, you can see some people are standing. So round, so sharp, and look at the rocks here, right? The different types of rocks are gathered here, and to make one dam. Black one and brown one. this is the end of the story, and I hope you have enjoyed my talking. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again next time in this video. Bye.